I was recently sitting in a lecture, and the individual providing the lecture gave some really, really good points. And I just wanted to talk about them because there are things that also resonate with me. Hey, y'all, this is Princess Kima. For anyone who is watching one of my videos for the first time, I am a certified holistic health practitioner. I work with individuals and their caregivers who may be dealing with chronic illnesses. So, what was the topic of the conversation? It was talking about how long does it take for one to heal. I think that when you go into any environment, it's okay to ask questions. If you're at a mechanic and you want to know how much is it going to cost for the parts and how much is the labor and how long is it going to take, those are all appropriate questions. So, isn't it equally important when you're dealing with an individual who's helping you, journeying with you, walking with you arm in arm to address your health and wellness? It is so appropriate to say, hey, how long is it going to take me to heal? Some of the things to take into consideration, and these are things that I would tell to an individual who's in my own office, is think about how long you have been dealing with your ailment. If something is new, or what we would call it maybe 3 months, 2 weeks, hey, that might get resolved quicker. When you're coming to kind of walk through some sort of ailment or illness that you have been walking with and dealing with for 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, and I know you and I both know individuals who have been battling things for a while. You want to take that time frame into consideration when you're thinking about how long is it going to take to heal. Think about how long you've been dealing with a specific ailment. Something else to take into consideration is, are there comorbidities? I think we heard this word a lot, especially during the pandemic. And of course, I'm not saying that it's over. I'm not saying that it was. I'm just saying we heard that word a lot when the big C was a conversation in 2020. And of course, I'm not saying the word. I don't want my video to get flagged. But the term comorbidity, this is the existence of multiple ailments, multiple diseases. So when you're trying to deal with one thing, or you have this intention to resolve this one thing, remember your body in a means to maintain homeostasis is working to balance everything. So even if you have this intention to resolve one condition, your body is still fighting through everything. So even when you present be it certain homeopathics or different body work or just nutrition, lifestyle changes, whatever route that you're taking, or honestly, hopefully it's a culmination of all those things, take into consideration everything that is happening within your body and how that plays into how you're healing. One of the things that I don't think that we all consider when we are fighting, or have this like will and desire to fight through a situation, through an illness, is speaking about fight. How much stress are you dealing with? How much living in fight or flight are you there? Your parasympathetic nervous system, is it overworking? Is it showing up at times when it shouldn't be? There's nothing wrong with fight or flight if you're in a situation where you need to either stand up, put up your dukes, or I don't know what the kids would say now. Y'all know I'm showing my age. Or if it's a situation where you ought to be fleeing, stepping away, walking away. Going there periodically when it's necessary is one thing, but if you are living there constantly, this is weakening all your body systems. So now when you come to a person to say, hey, fix me, and it's like, that's impossible, right? We have to deal with those stressors. We have to get from living in that fight or flight. We have to take into consideration how long this chronic disease has been around. We got to take into consideration all the comorbidities. And the last thing that I'll add here is also taking into consideration the age. When we are younger, we know that we have a little bit more vitality playing more on our side, and maybe more than a little bit, right? I'd like to think that as we get older, we might have less, but we still got that fight in us, right? But the older we get and the less that resiliency is there, you also want to take that into consideration. So I'll drop off here. Take these things into consideration when you're thinking about how long is it going to take for me to heal from X, from Y, or from Z. If I can be of any assistance to you or someone in your life, please feel free to check out the website. Other than that, I'll catch you next time. Peace out, Princess Akima.